Aloha, beautiful souls, and welcome to another reading here at Transform with Rian. And in today's reading, it's going to be all about a message you need to hear now about your destiny, courtesy of your future self. Okay? So, your future self is going to share a message here with you regarding your destiny that you need to hear now at this critical time that you're viewing this reading to kind of give you what you need to move forward. All right, so let's pull a card here to do our collective card reading to get us anchored in for the messages today. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Good. And deep breath in again and exhale. Excellent. And one last time. Deep breath in, grounding your energies. And exhale. And our collective reading, I'm guessing, if I remember correctly, this comes from the pheasant. Let's see. Yes, the pheasant. So this card has clearly come out before in readings past. So the pheasant collective message is, the time is ripe for creation and connection. Focus your attention in these areas. So what I'm hearing for a kind of a universal message for all of you, and you're going to fit into one of two categories, okay? So either, and you'll have to feel and intuit what resonates with you the most. Either you're going to be entering a stage of creation. So what I'm hearing for some of you is like creating new life, so starting a family. I'm also hearing creating a new project endeavor. So maybe you're building a home, maybe you're writing a book, maybe you're starting a YouTube channel, something very creative where you're making something, bringing something into life, okay? Now, for others of you, if that doesn't resonate, then this is a time for connection. So meeting the love of your life, meeting a soulmate, connecting with family members again that maybe you were estranged from or you didn't know about because you were adopted or something. Connecting with maybe even like a business partner, a new job opportunities, right? Connecting too with a new place is what I'm hearing for some of you. So this could involve moving to a new area that has a energies that will kind of bring you to the next level of your journey, okay? So very beautiful information coming through already with our collective card pull. Now, if you'll notice here, I did put some post-its here. Now, I saw a couple of comments on previous readings that some people had a hard time choosing which pile, like they weren't sure how to utilize their intuition, and maybe they didn't even trust their intuition. Don't worry, over time, the more you connect with it, the easier it will be to recognize and utilize. But I thought I'd do like this training wheel of sorts for you all. So if the first initial of your first name begins with well, I know for sure it'll begin with one of these letters, but it will tell you which reading to listen to if you are not intuiting if you should listen to 1, 2, or 3. So this is just if your intuition doesn't feel strong right now, then you can refer to these post-its. So it goes A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. So you kind of see that pattern, how it just goes this way. So just take a moment and make sure that you see which post-it corresponds to which pile you'll be listening to, and it will be based on the first initial or first letter of your first name, all right? So with that being said, why don't I just do this, just in case, and we will begin with group number 1. All right, welcome group number 1 to your reading to receive this message that you need to know, that you need to hear now about your destiny, courtesy of your future self. So for those of you that weren't sure if you can, which pile you were drawn to, if the first letter of your first name begins with A, D, G, J, M, P, S, V, or Y, you are in the right place. Okay? And again, that's only if you couldn't trust your intuition. So I would say if you chose this pile via intuition and your first letter of your first name corresponds to this post-it, then you are like doubly in the right place, okay? Like further confirmation. So we have this beautiful card here, and if I recall correctly, this is the doorway to heaven, which is located in Bali, which I actually never had a chance to go to when I was there, so maybe in a future trip. But let's see what message is going to kick off your reading here. Yes. Kiss the ground and touch the sky. Your soul is set now to leap and to fly. So, what I'm hearing is that a message that you need to hear now about your destiny from your future self is you are exactly in the right time and the right place to be doing what you've been thinking about doing for some time now, but perhaps the timing didn't seem right, or you kept getting sidetracked, or like all the pieces weren't ready yet before. Like now everything is set, so you can go for it. Even if you feel uncertain, even if you feel like, you need still a little bit more security, confirmation, and if you feel like not all your ducks are in a row, like that's just your ego's perception, it's now is the time. Okay. I'm hearing like now or never. I was just re-listening to one of Maya's old albums. I don't know if any of you know the singer Maya. She was on the Lady Marmalade song with Christina Aguilera, Pink, Little Kim, and Missy Elliott, like way back in the day. But she has this song called Now or Never. Baby, it's time to get up on track and give it all back to you. I know you really love me. You're always there for me. Like the song is called Now or Never, and so it's just about like going all in. Okay, if you don't do it now, it's never gonna happen. So this is a key point in your journey. All right, so if you're really committed and dedicated to this and you really want to go on this adventure and know what's up, go for it. Okay, this is your okay from your future self. Your all systems go. Let's see what else we have coming through from your future self, though, okay, to kind of explain the entire message. So we have the Ram, a stubborn, aggressive person. I feel like this person is probably the one telling you no, not to do it, kind of discouraging you, and so it's making you doubt yourself. We also have the Staff. You will be taken care of in difficult times. So again, there's this risk that I feel that you are hesitant to take, maybe because you see it as a risk, and really this is letting you know that, hey, the universe has your back, or, whatever you believe in, God, Source, Buddha, Allah, like any one of the deities and other religions, like they have your back. You will be taken care of, even when things seem like they're not going smoothly, or things seem kind of like they're turning you away, or you're coming across obstacles, right? That maybe you're feeling, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done this. Like, no, you are going to be taken care of, okay? You have coins. Money will be coming to you. There you go. And bags. Something important such as a new job or a raise. Ooh. So I'm seeing for some of you, this may even have something to do with a new career path, or like exploring a new source of income, okay? Because money will be coming to you. So what I'm seeing is for some of you, it may be so drastic as like quitting your current job and pursuing another job. For others of you, it could be looking at another source of income, like doing a side hustle, okay? And I feel like with our collective card pull, it's really this creation energy that's more strong for you in your reading here, okay? So this is about people who are like, hey, if you are thinking about starting your own business, now's the time to go for it. If you're thinking about starting like a YouTube channel, some kind of other social media account like TikTok or whatever, to get exposure for your business or your services, now's the time to do it. For some of you that are thinking about some type of investment, now is the time to look into it and see how you can get involved and get to learn more, and find who you feel comfortable with investing with. You know what I'm saying? So doing your due diligence, your research, whether that's traditional stocks, could be NFTs, could be real estate or property. So I'm hearing that there's really an opportunity here for you to start to earn more income for your future. Money will be coming your way. So that's really good news. And a lot of the financial advice in general is to have multiple streams of income anyway. Um, and for others of you, maybe who don't have a side hustle, maybe you're feeling like you're a bit stagnant or that you've maybe outgrown your current position and you're looking for something new. Don't worry, you will receive a sign if you haven't already. Maybe you'll get word of mouth, that a position has opened that you are more than qualified for, that you now have the experience and the skills to apply for and, be a very strong competitor to get this job if you don't just outright get it. I'm also seeing here some of you, it could even be from like a friend just saying like, hey, I have a friend who's looking to hire. They have a new opening at their business, their firm, their clinic, their company, whatever the case may be, and you may be the perfect fit, okay? So I'm also hearing for some of you that there could even be people reaching out to you. Like I saw this advertisement on I was watching Hulu. Like lately, I've been watching the show Elementary, which is like Sherlock Holmes and Watson modern day in New York. So if you know that show, let me know in the comments down below. So Hulu has these commercials if you have a certain subscription level. And there's this website called Indeed.com, Indeed, and you can post your resume up there, and then employers can go through the resumes and reach out to you instead of the other way around, the more traditional way of like you reaching out to employers with your resume. They can just sift through all the resumes on the website and then express interest in you. So I'm hearing that that's another way that this new job can find its way to you, is like someone reaching out to you, whether it's on a website like that or even on like LinkedIn or another type of recruiter. So you'll be hearing soon about a new opportunity. Now, for others of you, there's going to be an opportunity to get a raise, of course. I'm also hearing too that maybe you've been thinking of ways to get more commissions when it comes to your work, if you have a commission-based job. And I feel like there's some beautiful connections coming in for your commission, okay? So kind of going back to our feather card, there's this connection. So it applies in kind of both ways now that I'm kind of looking at this reading for you. What else do we have here for you about about your destiny? Opposition. So there we go. I feel like this is coming in with the ram. And look, you even see these stags like butting heads and getting their antlers all tangled up. Oh, look at this. You have the ram again. So with this Aries energy, so there is somebody really being super antagonistic to you, and they're really making you doubt what your next move is, or kind of scaring you from taking action. And your future self is really just wanting to let you know, like, go for it. Okay, take that leap. They only know from their personal experience. Okay, they may know what's right for them, but they don't have all the answers for your path, your destiny. Okay, so don't listen to this person. What I'm hearing is they're not the authority in this decision-making process. Whatever they say has no weight or bearing at all on your destiny at this point in time, okay, with whatever it is happening, all right? So don't give them any more power because they don't deserve it. It's not their place to say what you can and cannot do, what you will become, where this will lead to, things like that. They just don't know, okay? And so again, it's encouraging you to act right here, like your soul is set now to leap and to fly, kiss the ground, touch the sky. It's all action, 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 action. You've thought about this enough. You've gone through maybe the pros and cons in your head enough. You've heard all these other people's opinions. It's not time anymore to think about what to do. It's time to just do it, okay? So I see here South Node passed. I'm hearing that we'll get some more clarity. I'm going to pull some tarot cards here, but with this past card, I'm really hearing is you're putting the past behind you. So you're entering like a new chapter, a new phase in your life. And that's why you just need to go for it. You need to leave it behind. It's always scary for a lot of people when something new comes up, something very different from what they're used to, okay? There's always a little bit of apprehension or like butterflies in the stomach, and it's like, no, leaving this behind, okay? I'm also seeing very interestingly with this image, like I'm feeling the Space Needle in Seattle. Okay, let me know in the comments down below if you've ever been up to the Space Needle here in Washington State, in Seattle, Washington. I love to know what you thought of it, so let me know in the comments down below. But there's something about the Space Needle that's coming through. I'm hearing the word like innovation, futuristic, future thinking, okay? So the reason why you need to start taking action here is because it's all about aligning you with the future that you want to create, okay? So see that future version of you. Like, what are they like? What are they doing? How are they living? And take actions that match up with that future self. Okay, if that future self of yours owns their own business, well, my gosh, you need to go start your business now. You know what I'm saying? If that future version of you is able to retire early, well, then you need to figure out a way to make that happen and take action now on how to reach that goal. Okay, so this is all about behaving and acting in alignment with your future self. Oh, okay, that makes so much sense. But let's get some tarot cards out here to get some more information about this message that you need to hear now from your future spouse, sharing about your destiny. Okay, what is this that jumped out? King of Coins, yes. So this is about financial mastery. This is about you taking control of your finances and your security when it comes to your finances. So being able to retire on time, making sure you're able to pay off all your debt, all your bills. And if you have children, you know, maybe it's about too making sure you can provide for their education. Or if you haven't started a family yet, it could even be about like making sure you're financially set and capable of supporting and providing for your family, you know? So aligning with this. So looking at means and ways in which you can increase your earnings and your savings, okay? And taking action in those measures at this juncture, we can say, at this juncture in your life. What else do you have? Oh my gosh, look, Page of Coins. So definitely it's a good time to learn as you go even, okay? So taking action, but realizing that that doesn't mean you're done learning. All right, that taking action and learning as you go, learning from experiencing, continuing to like absorb all this knowledge about whatever it is you're going into. New job, new career, online platform, online marketing, investing, real estate, whatever it is, NFTs, cryptocurrency, like all that kind of stuff. Okay, it's about learning about that. I'm hearing too for many of you, especially I'm hearing too, so I'm learning a lot about human design ever since I went to my retreat back in October of 2022. It was like my little birthday treat to myself. I started diving even deeper into human design analysis. So for many of you, you're a manifester. Sorry, I don't know why I said that. You're a generator, excuse me. There's also manifesting generators, okay? So majority of the people on the earth are falling into the category of generators. There are pure generators and there are manifesting generators. So what I'm hearing, this is a special message for all of you, and you can find your human design type by like a free online search for entering your birth date and all that kind of stuff. But in any case, with generators, this is all about trusting your body, your bodily response for many of you, your gut instinct as to how to move forward. Okay, so that's a strategy for many of I keep saying manifestors again, the generators in the world. Okay, so tuning into your body, like what does it feel like to be in alignment, to feel excited, to feel fulfilled, to feel passionate about something, and that will guide you. You also have Three of Cups. So networking will be really, really good and important to you. Connecting with friends, getting recommendations, referrals from them. Maybe some of them are kind of into YouTube already or into running their own business, whatever. So you have like a network of people that can help you now. So reach out to them. Wow, Knight of Cups. So again, this is about moving forward, trusting your instincts, trusting your feelings, okay? So some people have like emotional authority instead of sacral authority, okay? So it's about feeling into the situation and feeling into your choices, all right? That one I'm not as familiar with when it comes to strategy as I am with the sacral authority. And this is different from making like emotional judgments, right? When you react emotionally because you're like triggered or because you're afraid. It's not that at all, okay? It's more about looking at your emotional response to something, and when it's a little bit consistent and steady, then you know that's the right decision for you, okay? So with Two of Swords, I'm hearing like there's very little place for rational thought at this point in your life, at this decision point, okay? The Two of Swords is all about like not being able to see, okay? Like you're relying on your mind, your logic and reasons, and rational thought too much to make decisions. And what I'm seeing overall in your reading, it has nothing to do with that, okay? Because you have the cups here, you have fire energy with Aries and the Ram, and this is the only card that is representing your mind, your thinking process, and it's the Two of Swords, which speaks to you not seeing something clearly in your mind, okay? And that's because that's not the authority or whatever. That's not what you should be going with, okay? When making this decision to just say yes to it. So throw all your thoughts out and trust your instincts, trust your gut, trust your feelings. Okay? Wow, this was really powerful. So I hope this gave you exactly what you needed, my Group 1 crew. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all your love and support for this channel with the likes and the comments and all that. If you'd like to connect and go even further on your journey, there are ways to do that down in the description box below. So take a look there. I look forward to connecting with you if that speaks to you. But otherwise, never forget, it's not too late for your happily ever after. Take care, loves. Bye. Hello there, Group 2. Welcome to your reading for this message that you need to hear now about your destiny, courtesy of your future self. Now, for those of you that didn't trust your intuition, or you felt like you couldn't trust it, and you relied on the first letter of your first name, this is for people whose first name begins with a B, E, H, K, N, Q, T, W, or Z. You are at the right place, all right? And just remember, your intuition trumps this. So if you didn't need this, don't worry about it. However, if you intuitively chose this and your first letter of your first name also begins with one of these letters, then just know that you're doubly in the right place. Like, for sure, this message is for you without a doubt. So let's see what this doorway has to share. The Sacred Lotus, compassion in action, the chosen tool. I see now the lotus in your spirit's jewel. Ooh, so this is very interesting here. It's very prosaic, right? And I'm feeling here too that the initial message, and we're gonna get some more clarity here for sure, because I feel like there's a lot of layers to this, just like the lotus flower itself. But what I'm seeing here is that there has been something that's been bothering you on maybe like an emotional level. Like you've been hurt, you're angry at someone, you have resentment for someone, you haven't forgiven them yet. And what I'm hearing is your future self wants you to know now is the time for compassion, okay? And to uncover all the layers and start to see things from different perspectives. Why is this important? Because this is for the sake of your peace. All right? Because when we hold on to these lower vibrational energies for another person, like guilt, anger, resentment, hate, whatever, then it really affects us in a negative way as well. Okay, so I'm hearing that this is really important for you to take a look at right now to move forward on your highest and most aligned path. So let's see what we got here for the tea leaf. This deck is super duper jumpy when I shuffle it. So you actually got 5 cards versus group 1 had only 4. So let's see what you have. Butterfly, a change for the better. There you go. This is part of that, okay? So changing the energies between you and someone else for the better. Oh my gosh. You know, as soon as I said for the better, it's making me think of that song from the musical Wicked, the duet between Elsa. Oh my gosh, Emma, not Elsa, Elphaba, who's actually played by the same person, right? Idina Menzel. So Elphaba and Glinda, for good. I have been changed for good. Na, 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 na. I'm sorry. I'm like trying to think of the lyrics. Um, and I have been changed for the better because I knew you. I have been changed for good. There you go. That's the lyric that I'm hearing. So, you know, in the beginnings of their relationship, they were like at ends. They were like rivals, they were competitors, maybe enemies even, but they became really good friends in the end. And so I'm feeling not necessarily that you and this person that you have like beef with are going to become friends, but at the very least, you'll find peace, you'll have resolution, and you both can go on your separate ways, free to explore, free to expand, okay? And you'll have a valuable lesson that you would have come out learning from it, and hopefully the other person as well. So wishbone, a wish is granted. Okay, that's good news. Ooh, funnel. I've never seen this one before, actually. Period of frustration. Lessons to be learned. Oh my God. Were we not just talking about that with this butterfly that, you know, from this experience that was very trying, that was a bit of a tribulation for sure, and stressful as well, that there was a very valuable lesson to be learned here in the center of it all, okay? And you'll be better for it in the long run, okay? What else do we have here? Man, dealings or relationship with a man. So most likely, if you were drawn to this pile, it does have to do with a man. I'm hearing for some of you, it could even be with like a father figure, okay? Like, not to make light of it, but it's how a lot of people talk about daddy issues. You know what I'm saying? Where we have a very poor relationship with our fathers because maybe they were too hard on us. Maybe they weren't really around when we were kids. Maybe they even abandoned us. Or maybe in some ways they might have even been abusive, right? And a bit cold. And unfortunately, that's been a very common narrative for many, many years, but I'm hoping that's starting to shift and change as, you know, the divine feminine rises up to help heal the wounded divine masculine and the resulting toxic masculinity, you know what I'm saying? And so this could even be about healing the energies between you and your father or the father figure in your life. Others of you, it can definitely involve an ex, okay, if you are attracted to men. But what I'm feeling here is, you don't even necessarily have to talk to this person. Like, even perhaps, like, maybe your father had passed away or transitioned already from this physical realm. You can even just simply do a meditation, okay, where you extend loving, healing, forgiving, compassionate energy towards their spirit, towards their essence, okay, and thereby heal the connection you have with them, and if necessary, like, sever it. Okay, so I'm seeing that as really a big thing for you. I know I've done that meditation myself to sort of energetically heal some of my past feelings towards my dad. Okay, and it's been really, really helpful for me in many, many ways. And by healing one relationship in your life, you can actually heal other relationships as well. It kind of creates this crack within this energy of like lower vibes, so that higher vibrational energy, so that light can come through and can come in to heal. So for you, like looking at our feather card earlier, the connection aspect is really, really key according to your future self at this point in time. So shark, take care or there will be a loss of material wealth. I think this is really just emphasizing the point that if you carry these lower vibrations, then it's going to be hard for you to sort of manifest and create good things in other parts of your life, okay? Like love, like career, like health, right? If you hold on to this anger and frustration you have towards this male person in your life. And interestingly enough, again, I don't know how relevant this is for many of you or how important it is too, but with this loss of material wealth, it's also like, I'm wondering if it's a question of inheritance or like what's going to be in the will, okay? Not that I feel like many of you are materialistic people, but maybe you would at least have peace knowing that your father figure or this man was thinking about you before they passed on, that maybe they wanted to leave something of theirs with you to remember them by, or something like that, or they remember something that you treasured or valued, and at that point when they're ready to transition or whatever, they wanted you to have it, okay? So it's like, it's beneficial in that way as well to mend the relationship. Again, like that might not be applicable to all of you, or might not be important for all of you, but I feel like, when a lot of people are at that point where their physical experience here on earth is coming to an end and they're transitioning to the spirit realm or wherever they're going, there's a strong desire to reconcile, right, and have more healing and love and forgiveness in at that time. So what else do we have here? Second house with resources. Okay, again, going back to this material wealth. Moon, North Node, future. This is so interesting because in the first reading, it was actually the South Node with the past. Fifth house, passion. So what's interesting too is the fifth house in astrology is also about children, okay? And so I'm feeling like this has a lot to do with like parent-child relationships, okay? Maybe as you're watching this, it could be that it's your son instead of your father, okay? It's your son, your child that you need to heal your relationship with. In fact, I feel that very strongly now that I'm saying it, now that I'm tuning into it, that your future self says, hey, it's time to make amends with your son, okay? Now, in some cases, it could just be referring to like divine masculine energy. So if you have a daughter, for example, but she expresses herself or they express themselves in a more divine masculine way, like the divine masculine energies are stronger within her or them, then it could be referencing them as well. So this is just your children. Okay, that's really the one of the aspects of the fifth house. Now, the interesting thing too I wanted to say about the second house is that's about your personal resources. So that's there will be a loss of material wealth. It's not like you losing someone else's money, someone else's belonging. It's literally something that's yours or is meant to be yours. Loss of that, okay? So that's how important this um, relationship is, like why it needs to be healed, why there needs to be compassion involving it, okay? Because it has a big, big role on your future. This just kind of confirms that. Now, with this moon card, I'm hearing here that what you need to understand right now, what you need to hear now is there are a lot of perspectives. There are a lot of things in a given situation that you may not know, that you might not understand in that moment, okay? Like, how many times have you experienced a misunderstanding because you didn't have all the information? Right? Like, you didn't know what that other person was going through. You didn't know what happened to them. You didn't know what motivated them, why they did what they did. Like, you just didn't have some of this information. So, I'm really hearing that there's just been a lot of misconceptions here, misunderstandings, and that you and the other person just really weren't seeing the full picture here. And that's not your fault at all, and it's not their fault, because when you're in the midst of it, when you're at the center of it all, it's hard to see the bigger picture, right? It's hard to look at it from an outside perspective when you're one of the players in the scenario. You know what I'm saying? So it's really just about clearing up the air. You know, there's many times I've had conversations with my dad, my friends, my family, where I express like my frustration, my upset, my sadness, my anger, whatever, over something that they did or done. And then it was all cleared up and released once I gave them a chance to explain why they did what they did and how it helped me understand their viewpoint. And by doing so, it helped me heal. Okay, so I feel like that's really important for you for the road ahead, is like healing this energy, because it, you know, it could very well like fester. I'm even seeing like sometimes when I do work like creating thumbnails, I like to have the TV playing in the background, and I was playing like the old Pirates of the Caribbean movies, okay? And in the more recent movie, there were these dead sharks, like these carcasses and skeletons of a shark that became reanimated and like went after Jack Sparrow. And so I'm feeling that, you know, you may think that this issue is like dead and done and there's no coming back, there's no reconciliation about it. But later on in the future, it will come and like bite you in the butt in some way, just like those sharks came back from the dead and like chased after Jack Sparrow and like tried to eat him. Do you know what I'm saying? So I really feel like this is something that you really cannot avoid reconciling. And again, you can do it through meditation, you can do it through energetic healing as well, if for whatever reason you're unable to connect with your um, male person, whoever that is, father, grandpa, uncle, brother, child. Okay, you can still heal that way. Wow, y'all, interestingly enough, we have mirror numbers here: 34, 43. And I feel called to show you the past card. So look at the past card with the North Node. So, you know, when they talk about moving towards the future, what I'm seeing the message here is this 3443 is trying to tell you is really like, if you don't resolve these issues, then they're doomed to be repeated once again later on down the road. So there's this song by Whitney Houston and Deborah Cox, like it came from her greatest hits album. It's like same script, different cast, right? So if you don't mend this relationship with this man, whoever it is in your life, and heal it and fix it, then there will be another man later on in the future, different person, but the same vibe, same scenario, same energies, same type of relationship drama, okay? So this is heal this now so you never have to deal with it again. Woo! Wow, y'all reading going deep, my group number 2. Okay, is there any other things that are left to sort of share and build upon? I feel like this one wanted to come out too. Okay, let's see what we got here for you, loves. Wow, I'm feeling like some very powerful, deep, deep healing, deep, deep cleansing coming through. We have Magician, 7 of Coins, Page of Swords, King of Wands. Okay, so what I'm seeing here with the Page of Swords, this is really about open communication, starting the dialogue, and coming at this point of being just very curious, okay? Curious to know more. So setting the feelings aside for now and just approaching this in a very inquisitive way. Think of it as if you're just like an investigator, okay? So step outside of your role in this and just say, hey, I'm here as an outside person investigating this misunderstanding, this disagreement, this argument. So everybody please share your side and share your piece without being interrupted. I feel like there's a lot to be said here, okay? And by saying it out loud, talking it out loud, you can bet that there's gonna be lots of clarity, lots of aha moments. Like, I don't know about you, but there are times where like my thoughts seem a bit all over the place, a bit scattered, right? And so what I find helpful at times is to have like a sounding board. So sometimes I call my big sister and I just say, hey, I don't necessarily need your opinion on something, although maybe I might ask for it at the end, but I just need to kind of think out loud for a second, and maybe you'll pick some things up, or maybe I'll get some clarity because like I trust my sister to just listen to me and not judge me for the things coming out of my mouth, you know? So it's really good to have someone like that in your life. And I just like word vomit. I just say everything that I'm thinking, everything that I'm feeling, and she just holds space for me. And if you don't have a relative like that, then I know there are many like amazing support groups and online communities and stuff that will be able to hold space for you. And that really helps me a lot. And it helps me kind of get another perspective as I share things out loud. And that will happen to the other way. Like as you say things out loud, the other person will get some other perspective and clarity as well. And those are great ways to sort of begin the healing process. With the King of Wands, I'm definitely seeing that there again is this dynamic of like someone is the older person and someone is the younger person. And there's this confusion here that the older person knows better. And that's how, if you're the older person, maybe that's some of your thinking. And if the other person's the older person, that's how they're thinking, right? And there really needs to be this kind of humbling aspect of, or they just need to humble themselves and stop trying to be like the expert and the final say, you know. And I feel like that can be hard for parents. They don't really give up authority really easily. It's kind of ingrained in a lot of cultures, like your parents know better. The parents have the final word. They have the final say. What they say goes. You're in my house, you live by my rules, like this kind of thing. And you know, as children become adults themselves, I find that that's a really big adjustment period for both sides. You know what I'm saying? To really come together as peers, as equals. But that's what needs to happen here. Now, with the 7 of Coins and with the Magician, what I'm really getting that this message is that it's not going to be easy to like mend this bridge, to cross this bridge here that's in the background, okay? There is a lot of energy, there is a lot of power to do so. Like you can definitely make this work, you can heal, you can move forward lighter and freer than ever before, both of you, but it's gonna take work, okay? It's gonna take a lot of looking back at the past with a fresh set of eyes, with a fresh perspective, and not clinging to old narratives. Ooh, y'all, that was really strong, okay, what just came through. So it's gonna take effort, yes, but it'll be worth it to look at the past in a fresh new way and letting go of these old narratives. Yes, 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 honey. That is everything. So I hope you really resonated with this reading, group two. This is deep, deep stuff. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for the likes, the comments. Please let me know. Set that intention now in the comments that you're going to heal this relationship. And if you feel comfortable, identify who this person is. Of course, like be happy to connect with you all more along your journey. So you can just check the description box below to find out how you can do that. Of course, I'm going to look forward to connecting with some of you. And never forget that it's not too late for your happily ever. After, everything can still turn out beautifully. Your wishes can still be granted. All right, loves. Thank you again. See you next time. Aloha there, Group 3. Welcome to your reading today to receive messages that you need to hear now about your destiny, courtesy of your future spouse. So if you chose this pile by intuition, we'll get to that in just a moment. But if you didn't feel like you could really tune into your intuition or trust it at the moment, this reading is for you if the first letter of your first name begins with C, F, I, L, O, R, U, or X, okay? Now, if you intuitively chose this pile and the first letter of your first name is on this list here, then you are just doubly in the right place. Like, you totally sent your RSVP in and you were confirmed twice, like Santa checking the list twice, like you were in the right spot, love. So let's see what this doorway is sharing with you. Change beckons. Ooh, the path is shifting. The road leads a new way. Do not be alarmed as change beckons today. Ooh, so group 3, a major, major shift is happening in your life here. Let's see what the details of that are. So we have kite, vacation. Oh, okay. Break coming through for y'all. Haystack, karma. You will reap what you have sown. Interesting. So I'm already hearing that a lot of this change that's coming in, it's already been hinted at. Things have already been shifting and moving before this point in time that you're watching this reading, okay? Like, I'm getting reminded to tell you the story of like when I left my last job in medicine, where it was like I was there, I kept seeing the signs for like a couple years where it's like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I belong here. I don't know if I need to be doing this anymore. It's not resonating with me. I'm dreading going into work. Like, I'm not enjoying this anymore. Do I leave medicine? Do I get another job? Or is it just going to be the same thing over and over and over again, right? But I was, at the time afraid to leave because I didn't have anything else lined up. And then finally, with the pandemic and everything, I was just like, I just need a break. I just need to go on this really long sabbatical. And I just left my job. And so I went on an extended vacation. Now, I know not everybody can do that. Not at all. But what I'm hearing at the very least is that it's important for you to take some kind of break and really go inward to tune into this change that you feel calling to you, okay? Ooh, oh my God, it's very much like Elsa in Frozen 2, with the song, Into the Unknown, Into the Unknown. So, right, she had these signs, she had these inklings that change was coming. There was these clues, these hints. Maybe you've been seeing like angel numbers or seeing butterflies or rainbows, shooting stars, whatever those sort of signs from the universe are that really capture your attention. You've been seeing those signs, and that's really signifying that change is coming your way, okay? What else do we have? Beetle. Oh, good fortune. Well, isn't that a lovely card? So in the long run, for sure, if you don't notice any immediate benefits of this change, in the long run, it's good fortune for you. Cup. You should accept valid criticism. Oh, this is interesting. So I feel like we got a couple of things going on here, okay? So here with karma, you will reap what you have sown. So, you know, there's a certain degree in which you can be prepared for this change, and there's a certain degree where you can't, right? Where it's beyond your power, it's beyond your control. So, what I'm seeing here is really more of this idea that it's about your mindset, about change. Okay, so if you are terrified of change, if you really resist it with all your might, then what you will reap is very difficult time, more struggles, more challenges, right? Because of the resistance there. But if you embrace the change, if you have a more trust and faith in the path that's being laid out before you by the powers that be, whoever you consider them to be, then you will notice that you will be helped. You will be assisted. Things will go a little bit smoother than in the instance of you resisting, okay? So it's really important to have a good handle on how you're going to respond and move with this change as it enters your life. Because I feel like you've been seeing the signs, but this is a change that's more outside of you, okay? In the sense that it's like, you know, you're not just waking up one day and just like leaving your job or leaving a relationship. It's like you've been seeing how things have been changing externally around you, right? You've been seeing how your work has been changing and shifting. You've been seeing how your relationship has been changing. The person that you're involved with has been changing. And you've been responding by feeling like, do I feel good about this? Do I not feel good about this? Okay? So I feel that's that kind of energy. It's happening outside of you and you're simply responding to it in this instance of change. All right. Now, what is this with you should accept valid criticism? So what I'm seeing here is, truth be told, and no tea, no shade, no judgment, loves, is that you've made your fair share of mistakes in this situation. You've had your missteps as well. Maybe you have some regrets, okay? And some people, maybe a good friend, a good coworker, a good family member, are going to point those things out. And hopefully they do so in a way where you don't feel like attacked. You don't feel like you need to defend yourself, but in a way where you really hear what they're trying to tell you so that you can take that and become a better version of yourself, okay? And I'm hearing too that some people might criticize your plans, and I'm not saying you have to listen to them or follow what they say entirely. What I'm seeing here is at least take it into consideration, okay? Because maybe in the pile of like crap that people lay at your feet when they offer their opinions, their 2 cents, there might be a nugget of wisdom within there. Do you know what I'm saying? There might be a little piece of good knowledge there that you can utilize, all right? But I'm seeing there's going to be like a break time for sure during this big change, because I'm feeling like you're going to need to process it. That's what I'm getting a lot from this energy, that you're going to need to process this. I mean, it's going to take a little bit of time to understand it, to even get used to it, to adjust. You know what I'm saying? And I'm also seeing like with this kite, it's like the kite is flying up, right? Like as the kite begins to rise into the sky, it does kind of like, here, I don't know how to use the card. It does kind of do this like wiggle shake thing. And then when it catches the breeze, then it starts to like kind of glide. And then sometimes when the wind gets rough, the kite kind of goes crazy, right? And then it like might nosedive or even. So the journey of the kite isn't necessarily like smooth sailing the whole time. So there's going to be a little bit of turbulence. At the get-go, like as you're adjusting and adapting to this new energy, this new circumstance in your life. Now, what else do we have here? So we have Mercury with messages. Okay, there you go. Confirmation. You've been seeing signs that this was coming for you. So it's time to now embrace it, ride and flow with it, because the train is leaving the station. You are on it. Whether you want it to be or not, you are moving, love. You are moving. We have Vesta with Hearth. And we have Libra. Ooh, this is my sign, y'all. Let me know if you're a Libra down in the comments below, or if you're another air sign, okay? So you have my sign here, Libra, with balance. So I'm seeing here, that's what this criticism is about with this balance. So as you approach something that feels out of your control, what do most people do? They try to regain control, okay? It's a normal response. And then you can be very rigid and unyielding as you're trying to maintain control. Like, think about the kite. When the kite's flying all crazy like you're not loosening your grip, you're tightening the grip, right? And what you really need is to have this balance between give and take, push and pull. And with this criticism as well, this is a balancing thing, because again, you are seeing things and acting upon things oftentimes from your perspective, your singular viewpoint, your monocular viewpoint. And it can help as you move through this change that's coming here, that's happening, with hearing outside perspectives, okay? So this is kind of the opposite of what I was seeing, I believe, with, I want to say it was group 2, where it was like, don't listen to anybody else's opinion at this point in time. Your role in this is to receive that counsel, okay? And then take what you need, have a very open mind, a very open ear to what they have to say, and then take what resonates, leave the rest, because there's going to be, again, some valuable information there. So it's about balancing these energies and these perspectives. And of course, there's also this balancing act, right? Like, you're going to have to balance out your energies, your time, your focus as you move through this adjustment period. You know, I'm also thinking of this example too about that control thing. Like, I don't know if you have like icy conditions or snowy conditions where you live, but you know, when I was taught how to drive, they said that when you get a patch of ice, you don't turn in the opposite direction as the car is fishtailing. Oh, we have this fish kite too. So if the tail is going like this, then you turn the steering wheel this way as well. Okay, so you don't kind of turn opposite to the way the car is going. You turn with it. So that's another kind of way to look at it and how to manage the situation, to kind of just move with the energies and the flow and not try to bash into it, okay? Now with this Vesta card, I'm not quite sure what's happening here. I feel like this is just signifying that something is brewing, right? Like something is beginning. That's just kind of like in this egg stage right now, right? Where there's this ball of fire in this kind of, oh my God, what is this thing even called? I don't know if it's called a gazebo. I don't think it's quite the right word for it. Or like temple or altar or whatever. I don't know. Let me know what you would call this structure here in the comments down below, please. Like, I don't have the word for it, but I feel like this is sort of like a gestation, right? It's like the beginning of something really big and something major. That's what this change is about. And it's like incubating. I'm feeling that, like there's this incubation period that it's not, you're not going to see everything at the beginning, okay? It's going to be like a unfolding kind of process here. But let's get some tarot, okay? So future self for group 3, can you clarify what this is about with this Hearth energy and Vesta? Oh, this card like flipped over. Okay. So good news, look at this. Like the 2 cards that flipped over, this Hearth energy is 10 of coins. Prosperity, right? And you have 9 of cups, wish being granted. So I'm seeing here that this is sort of the first step onto your true alignment. your true path in life, your true journey, who you were actually meant to be, how you were actually meant to show up in the world. And before that, maybe you were just trying something else on, like giving something else a go because someone told you it would be a good idea or it was the right way to go. But this is actually you stepping into your own power, stepping into your truth, your authority, so that you can experience the type of prosperity and the type of wish granting that you're destined for, okay? I'm hearing for some of you, it could even be about living your life according to other people's expectations, other people's standards, and now that energy is shifting. What else? We have the moon and judgment. There you go, reckoning. This karma thing and judgment, they go hand in hand here, okay? So this is you. You're being called. That's what this changes. You're being called to fulfill your true purpose in the world, your true role. Wow, this is like big stuff, y'all. This is big stuff. So this isn't something like, you're being called to like make dinner or throw a party or something like that, not this day-to-day type thing. This is like big stuff. I'm hearing the word starseed as well for many of you. Starseed, light worker. This is your reading, okay? This is your reading. And then we have the moon. So the moon really is an embodiment of intuition and disillusionment. So you had been living in an illusion of what your life was supposed to be for some time now. And now, as the moon becomes fuller, you're going to be able to start seeing what you're meant to actually be doing. You'll have more clarity now, all right? So this a period of disillusionment for you. You're seeing now, I cannot continue with the way things have been going. So that's what was trying to come through with the hearth card. What else do we have here? Do we need to draw more? Okay, yes, I was hearing one more. So we have the star. This goes beautifully with the Nine of Cups when it comes to wishes being granted. So look to the skies. Continue to look at these messages, these signs, because they will be your guiding light through this next phase, this next chapter in your life. All right? So it seems like the full resounding message right now is like change is upon you. You're going to need some time to adjust. You're going to need some time to think it through. You're going to need to hear some other perspectives and figure it out. But ultimately, it's going to be for your highest and greatest good. We have prosperity here with the Ten of Cups and good fortune here with the beetle as well. So very, very good energies coming together. We'll put the star and the Nine of Cups here. Okay, so trust your intuition. Again, we talked about that with the moon. Trust your intuition, your inner compass, and your guide to kind of at least take you to the next step. Even if you don't know the next several steps, you will at least know the next step, moment to moment kind of thing. Oh my God, the world. Look at that. Good fortune, 10 of coins, 9 of cups, the star, and the world. This is a major level up for you. This is you, again, really stepping into your true purpose, your true function. So listen to the calling of your soul. It is right. It will not steer you wrong. And I feel like many of you are meant to have a big impact. I'm seeing that and feeling that here with the world energy. Now it makes sense why I was feeling starseed, light worker, healer kind of energies. Like you are meant to be doing something for the benefit of the world, the people, humanity, Mama Gaia even. So if you're not like a light worker, starseed healer for other souls on the planet, you're here to heal the planet itself, okay? 5 of Cups, what do we got here? Okay, what I'm seeing here for sure, do you see how this dragon is like kind of like a Loch Ness monster serpent kind of energy where you can see some of it but not all of it, but you can kind of see? This makes me think of like stepping stones, okay? So again, you're not gonna know the whole journey. Some of it's gonna be kind of hidden from you as you move forward, but you just have to trust and keep taking it step by step forward, okay? You're not going to be able to see, like, we can't see the dragon's tails. We're not going to be able to see the whole picture, the whole thing right away. We're only going to be able to see parts of it, and we just have to trust that the other parts will be revealed in due time, or that the universe, God, whatever again you believe in, source, is conspiring to help you. And these parts that you're not seeing, it's none of your business, honey. They're taking care of it for you. You don't need to worry about it. Ooh, that feels so good. I love that. I love this message. This falls so well in line also for me, what I'm going through right now on my journey, especially, learning more about my human design and being a generator and what it means about trusting and looking at the messages and signs of the universe. So I wouldn't be surprised if several of you are generators as well. So you can find out your human design by just Googling it online, and then just search for a free human design profile creator, and you can just enter in your info and it'll tell you what your human design type is. And let me know if you find out you're a generator in the comments down below as well. Let me special shout out to my fellow generators. In any case, my loves, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for the likes and comments and all the other ways that you support me. If you are interested in connecting with me further, information on how to do so is in the description box below. I look forward to chatting with you. But other than that, remember, it's never too late for your happily ever after, you gorgeous beings, you, and I will see you again soon.